The fact that we're dealing with another Category 5 in just a matter of weeks. We haven't seen two Category 5s in a row since 2007, and this one is on a beeline to perhaps devastate Puerto Rico and, again, parts of the U.S. and British Virgin Islands, which were devastated by Irma. So there's no good news out of this, and the National Hurricane Center has just issued their latest bulletin. It is still a Category 5, still 160-mile-per-hour sustained winds as it barrels towards Puerto Rico. I am so concerned about this area because they could potentially see the worst core of winds, as well as 9 to 11-foot storm surge, upwards of 2 feet of rainfall, and just battering winds for a number of hours. And you can already see the wind gusts. You can see that well-defined eye right there, already getting the outer bands.
Muchos árboles, muchas casas desbaratadas y muchos postes en el piso, la luz se fue a pique, el agua, todo, no tenemos nada. No tenemos a estas alturas y no se sabe hasta cuándo vamos a tener. We're desperate.
Otro día que no sé de mami y ya son las tantas. Otra tarima que me trepo con el nudo en la garganta. Dicen que Dios no manda pruebas si uno no la aguanta. Por eso sé que Puerto Rico de esta se levanta y el árbol se planta. La flor vuelve y crece. Somos la estrella que alumbra aunque estemos sin luz 6 meses. Solo pienso en mi abuela que en su sillón se mece. Solo pienso en mi Mike que me dice que siempre rece. Y Dios sé que solo te busco cuando estoy jodido. Pero no permitas que mi hermano pase hambre o pase frío. Protégeme a todos los barrios y a los caseríos. Protégeme a todos los domis que también son míos. Que será de mi borinquen cuando llegue el tiempo.
What is your name and your affiliation with Puerto Rico?
My name is Noel Rosalia Cacuza, and my affiliation with Puerto Rico is that my Zia Teresa lives in Puerto Rico.
My name is Carmen Cordero, and I lived in Puerto Rico all my life.
My name is Arturo Figueroa, and both of my parents are born from Puerto Rico, so they're born in Puerto Rico.
I'm Gabriel Villegas, and my grandparents are from Puerto Rico.
My name is Efren Santiago. I am 100% Puerto Rican. I was born there. My parents are from there, so I'm 100% Puerto Rican.
Have you ever been to Puerto Rico? If so, describe your experience.
I've been to Puerto Rico like 10 times now, and it's really pretty. I love going to the beach there, and I love the culture, dancing. And I also like spending time with my family there because I don't see them often throughout the year, but during the summertime, that's the only time I get to see them.
Well, I came here 3 months ago, so I've been there since I was born.
I go to Puerto Rico very often for vacation, and actually last year I finished my senior year in Puerto Rico, so I went to school there as well.
No, I haven't been to Puerto Rico, but I heard the weather down there is nice and the culture is really fun down there.
It's an amazing experience. It's a beautiful island. We have a motto that is I live where you vacation. Practically, it's a beautiful island. Everyone goes there, and it's just a lot of fun living in Puerto Rico.
What do you know about Puerto Rico in general?
Everything.
Being born there, you learn about the cultures and traditions and stuff. And I can say in general, Puerto Rico is the enchanted island. It's a beautiful place. It's the best place you can live in. Beaches there are awesome. Food, everything, the traditions. Christmas there, it's the most amazing Christmas you'll ever spend.
I know that it is a very beautiful island. The culture is amazing. I love the culture. Music, the food, everything. And it's just, I identify a lot with Puerto Rico. That's a huge part of my identity. So Puerto Rico is a huge deal for me and my family. And I just love it. I love Puerto Rico.
Maybe about the culture of it and Like,
I'm guessing we're very like loud. We're louder than people here, and like loud is like with other people that we don't know. So if you like in the airport when we arrive like on an airplane, we clap and we like yell and stuff. So when we get like a plane coming here, everyone's like, the Puerto Ricans are like, and everyone's like, what are you clapping for?
okay, and anything about like the economic status?
It's not good. My parents are both well, my mom was studied to become a lawyer, and she's a lawyer now, but they were architects, and like it's hard because like finding work. You can find it, but it's hard. Plus the debt thing, which is another thing. So we have that looming over our shoulders.
It's not like they're like a province of the U.S. They're not a state. Like we own the country, and that because there's a hurricane there, and that our president doesn't really care about them. But Puerto Rico also has great schooling there too.
I don't know much about Puerto Rico, but if like my grandparents were here, they would tell you a lot, but I haven't been there to like know the culture that well.
Has Hurricane Maria directly affected you or your family in any way?
Yeah, I have relatives that are really affected by this. My grandma, for example, her house got flooded, so she had to move out. She's living with my aunt right now, and she lives in an apartment that thankfully didn't get affected that much, but they're really struggling. They really, really are struggling. They need help. My parents keep sending money to them, and it's just tough. And when I get a chance to call with them, it's just they tell me about how big of a crisis this actually is. And maybe some people don't even recognize, they don't realize how big of a deal this is.
My family didn't get the worst of it because our house is concrete. Some people out like in the country area, their houses are wooden, so wind, water level rising could just take their house out. So we had mostly like trees falling. My school lost like the roof for a lot of the classrooms, so they couldn't go to school. They couldn't communicate with our grandparents at the beginning, but then they figured out how to get there. It took them an hour to get to our house when it usually took them 20 minutes or like half an hour or something like that. So my parents didn't get the worst of it, but they still like lost electricity and the water.
Yeah, because I can't contact my aunt because there's no electricity, so when we do, it's only for like 5 minutes because other people had to use the phone call, so we don't even know how she's doing right now. So
No, because my aunt's dad passed away down there, so I no longer have family down there now. But I have a few friends that have family down there that are being affected by it.
It did. It affected my parents and the rest of my family, but hopefully they're okay. I know that it affected a lot of people, and I know half of Puerto Rico is right now without water or electricity. So it's been hard, but I hope Puerto Rico can get stronger from this, and I hope everyone can put something in so we can get bigger and stronger. And hashtag Puerto Rico se levanta.
How do you feel about America's response to the hurricane?
I feel like a lot of people want to help because at first they didn't know how to help because since you couldn't get like things in because of the ports, like everything was a mess. But like everyone's like been reacting, like you've seen those like all those celebrities that are trying to help and doing things to like create awareness. So people definitely want to help.
I feel like they should make a bigger deal out of it because Puerto Rico is part of the U.S. and I think that's messed up to hold it off for something other than like this hurricane that just hit them.
I feel like, the intentions are good, but I feel like more can still be done.
I feel like as a country we could have helped more, but like we're not, especially our president. because he can't just throw paper towels into the crowd instead of like he should be donating money or like something. Like you can't no, it's not cool to throw paper towels and just expect a community to pick up where they started from, like start fresh with a paper towel. They need money, they need supplies, they need food, they need shelter. So like I don't think we're helping them as much as we can.
How do you feel about the official response, like by the president himself?
Sorry, because, okay, I feel like sometimes he says a bad way of like saying the right thing. I don't think he really thinks about what he says. Like, if he just heard, I don't even know if he knows that he's saying the wrong thing. But sometimes it's like, it was offensive, like what he did when he came over. I don't know if you've seen the video of him throwing paper towels to the crowd. When I saw that, I was like, throw the paper towels back at him, because that's like,
yeah.
What is he gonna do? What are we gonna do with that? Clean up the wall? Like, no.
I feel we got a lot of help. I don't feel comfortable with the way Trump treated Puerto Ricans when he went down there and practically tossed a lot of things to people. So I don't feel comfortable with that. But in general, FEMA, military, I think they've done a really great job. My parents told me they're helping out people, so that's really good. A lot of people are putting work in, so I really hope it gets better, and I think America has done a great job helping us out.
It's like hard to see that the person that's supposed to be like helping us is not doing the best thing.
Honestly, like, I don't pay attention too much about what's being happened because it really gets to me. But based on what I've heard from my grandparents and my aunt and just my family over there, they're in a big emergency and they need more. They need more help. They can't do it by themselves.
What is something you would tell the people of Puerto Rico if you could?
Let me think.
I think we're definitely here, but we're trying our best to like help. But like it's kind of hard to help because we as people don't have that much money either. So, but we will help. Oh my God, let me tear up a little bit.
I'm guessing that everything's gonna be okay in the end, because like a year back we had a drought where we like had to ration water and everyone was like freaking out, and eventually became like a normal thing to have that happening, and then it stopped and everything was back to normal. So I feel like this is not gonna be the end of the world. Like, it hurt a lot of people, but they'll get through it. So like there's not like the end of the road where it's gonna be okay. So like, hope.
I would tell them to have hope and work together as a unit, because together they are one, but separated they're nothing.
Ooh, what could I tell them? I'll tell them, we gotta stay strong. We're Puerto Ricans. We don't give up at all. And that we're not alone. We're over here supporting you guys. We have famous people that are donating money. They're making concerts. They're doing a lot for it, and we haven't forgotten about you guys. So that's what I would just say to them. Stay strong.
I'll tell them to stay strong, just pray, and hope everything just goes right. I mean, we got hit, but people in Puerto Rico got stronger. We got together, and we're getting stronger, and I think the new Puerto Rico that's coming is better than the one we had, and I think people are gonna get tighter, and a lot of Puerto Ricans will hope this is for the best. So Puerto Ricans, just stay strong, pray a lot, and just be hopeful. Everything's for the best.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I'm ready to look at you and
Can you like say a little bit more? Thanks, perfect, fantastic.
Go for interview in 3, 2.
What is your name and your affiliation with Puerto Rico?
My name is Arturo Figueroa. My parents are both from Puerto Rico, and I was born in Florida, but I have full-blood Puerto Rican.
Have you ever been to Puerto Rico, and if so, describe your experience?
Yes, I actually studied in Puerto Rico last year, my senior year. Bro, that was good, bro.
What do you know about Puerto Rico in general?
Puerto Rico is known, and what I know for. No,
It's okay, it's gonna be cut anyway.
Te amo, Puerto Rico.
You know what? Look at the camera now.
Doesn't matter.
I'm not ready.
It's recording.
What?
Ready? What is your name and affiliation with Puerto Rico?
My name is Evans.
Puntuado, aguada, las juntas y caguas. Canóvanas, Cataños, Juncos, Las Ayuyas.
Mi alma, arroyo, te amo.
La cueva de Camuy, los baños de Coamo.
Trujillo.